Nelson here with Average Home Theater. Today I have a couple 4K disc reviews for you. I have several new 4K discs that unfortunately I haven't been able to do any reviews of, but I'm slowly getting there. I watched two of my 4Ks this weekend and I want to give some quick thoughts on those. First up, the 4K Steelbook of Tombstone. And unfortunately mine seems to have gotten damaged. I think right there in the light you can see it got damaged during shipping, but these are sold out from what I understand, and I know there's no way I'm gonna get another one, so I just went ahead and kept it. But it's a decent looking steelbook. The US Marshal badge on the back is probably the best part. The artwork on the front is fine, and there's some cool stuff on the inside. Comes with the Blu-ray as well and a digital copy. But first, I want to say, overall, this is a very good looking 4K. It's not the best one I've ever seen, except for the daylight scenes. When they are out in the desert of Tombstone and all of those shots look, I mean, it looked like it was shot yesterday. It looks very, very good. The nighttime shots, especially in the saloons, is very muddy. It is the only way I can describe it. It's not very crisp, and the colors just look just a little too muddy for my taste. But overall, it's a very good looking disc. It's probably a 7 out of 10 if I had to give it a grade, just because of that, because it's pretty distracting whenever the rest of the movie looks so good. The audio is the same 5.1 DTS master audio that's on the Blu-ray, so no change there. But if you have the Blu-ray actually looks quite good. The problem is the colors are really hot and oversaturated. So here's a couple of screenshots of Curly Bill at the beginning of the movie. We have the 4K, looks way more natural than the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray just, you can see it's just very orange, and the 4K looks just a lot more natural. And these are just pictures that I took with my phone. So when you're actually watching it, or if you're doing a side-by-side, the difference is night and day. Although I will say the Blu-ray does look pretty good for as old as it is. So if you have that and you just don't have the extra money to spend on a 4K, it's not the end of the world if you don't get it. But if you really love this movie like I do, and I just bought the Blu-ray maybe a year ago for like 10 bucks. So it's a worthy upgrade for me, because this is it's my favorite Western, which it's probably most people's favorite Western that are around my age. But just a fantastic movie and a really good release. So if you really love this movie, it's worth the upgrade. Second is a movie that I haven't seen in probably 20 years. I loved it when it came out in 1996. But I don't remember much about it because it's been so long since I watched it. But once I started watching it, most of it came back to me. And of course, I'm talking about The Long Kiss Goodnight. This is an Arrow release, I believe. It's just a standard slipcover. Nothing special. But you get some goodies on the inside. You get this Thin Ice Skating Prohibited sticker. That's from a sign in the movie. You get this postcard from Samuel L. Jackson. The back says Merry Christmas, Mother, and his token slogan, I guess you can say. I don't want to show it because I'm trying to keep it PG-13 here. And then you get this cool little booklet that has like facts and stuff like that about the story, and it's pretty neat. I haven't had a chance to really read it yet, but this release is way better than the Tombstone. As far as, well, I said release, I meant transfer. This one's very consistent. It looks great throughout. There is a fine layer of grain, which there is on Tombstone, but it's not as prevalent as on this one. So you see a little more grain, but this one just, the 4K of The Long Kiss Goodnight is just more consistent. It's just, it's very good. It's a Dolby Atmos upgrade as well. And it sounds very, it's passable. It's not the best Atmos I've ever heard, but it's also not the worst. You get a lot of overhead and surround effects. The bass is a little lacking, but you know, this movie's fun. Okay, I forgot how good it was. It's directed by Renny Harlin, and Renny Harlin directed like Die Hard 2 and Cliffhanger. So if you know those movies, you know what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous action sequences that don't make a whole lot of sense, but it's fun. The guy made fun movies, and it's written by Shane Black. And if you don't know who Shane Black is, he wrote Predator and he also starred in Predator. But yeah, The Long Kiss Goodnight with Gina Davis. It's very good. So here's a couple of screenshots I'll show you of Gina Davis at the beginning at the Christmas parade. And then there's another one of Samuel Jackson that I took. And then a later one of Gina Davis when she's Charlie. So yeah, if you enjoy this movie, if you remember it, but you haven't watched it in a while, and yeah, get The Long Kiss Goodnight on 4K. It's tremendous. I read some reviews on the Blu-ray because I don't have it, and it got mixed reviews, but it wasn't overall very well liked. But this is very satisfactory. I wish more people like James Cameron would just do stuff like this. Give us a 4K scan, clean it up, do some color grading, and let's move on. We don't need all this AI crap. So anyway, those are my thoughts on Tombstone 4K and The Long Kiss Goodnight 4K, and I'll catch you on the next one.